All right.
Hey,
There's my man.
hey, what's up,
Welcome.
brother?
Welcome back to Game on NTX. Today's show is brought to you by Ensemble Co-working, Fort Worth's hub for private offices, co-working, meeting space, and virtual mail. Find your perfect workspace at ensemblecoworking.com. All right, we got a lot to get into tonight.
Heck yeah, let's do it, bro.
We're going to talk. Tonight's show is Unlikely Champions, man. We're going to talk about how Indiana University shocked the football world by claiming the college football national championship. Going from worst to first in a matter of 2 years is mighty impressive. We'll also talk about some NFL playoffs, the coaching carousel. Plus, we'll talk some Mavs, Rangers, and some Stars. And then we'll talk a little bit of Major League Baseball on top of that.
Let's get into it.
So let's start with some Stars and Mavs stuff. The Stars beat a pretty good Boston team last night, pretty handily.
Pretty handily. Yep.
They needed this in a big way. They've been reeling. In the last month, the Stars were 4-10. That's what their record was. That includes a 6-game losing streak in the middle of that. That's not good by any stretch of imagination.
No, sir.
The last time I looked, we were still at like 4th in total points, which is pretty impressive when you could play about as bad as anyone could play and you could still be in the top 5 in points. That's pretty impressive as to how you started.
Yeah, this has been about a month-long little slump that they've been in here, and it's just they needed that last night. Like you said, they needed that in the worst way last night.
Yeah, we got Coley back too. I don't know if you saw that. We claimed him off of waivers and sent him to Texas. So we got Coley Chalk back, which is great. Okay. We got some more defensive depth. They play Columbus tomorrow night. Let's keep this winning streak going and get the Stars fans something to cheer for.
Let's do it.
I wouldn't say that I wasn't worried. But I was starting to get a little concerned, because Otter wasn't playing great, and the offense wasn't great. The defense has been hit or miss all season. That's putting it mildly. But you would think with the Stars and the power play genius that Gullitson's supposed to be, you would think that would win you at least half those games. I'm not asking them to be a 10-4 during that stretch, at least 500. I understand. For lack of better terms, shit happens, but
slumps are going to happen during the season, sure. Man. You just got to. The really good teams figure out a way to weather those.
Absolutely.
And maybe now the Stars are out of it. Maybe they're out of that funk, and maybe they're out of that little slump they were in, and they can get on a roll here and win a few games in a row, or and earn a lot more points.
Let's just hope and pray, man. Let's just hope and pray.
Yep.
All right, the Mavs, man, they're on a 3-game win streak. Believe it or not.
I'll tell you what, they need to stop.
Well, two of those games were Utah, right? So they beat Utah in consecutive games, and then they beat a pretty good Knicks team.
We need to out-tank. We should be trying to out-tank Utah.
I agree.
This is a good draft.
I still want a lottery pick. I still want a lottery pick. We need a lottery pick to pair with Cooper, because, man, we have got dark draft gaze coming.
We don't have a lot there, man. Yeah,
Nico, aka Satan.
I gotta tell you, I saw a little mock draft, and it's crazy. And Jimmy Butler just tore his ACL the other night for Golden State. I saw somebody propose this trade, AD for Jimmy Butler, and a first-round draft pick. Jimmy won't play at all this year. And for the next year, he's done at least. AD, there's a chance he comes back and plays later in the season, and that could help them. If he does that, we get another first-round draft pick this year, man. And they threw in one in 28, which would be massive.
Sign me up, dude. You get two first-round picks.
And also, check this out. To make that even better, Jimmy Butler's contract would be coming off the books. And
so basically you're swapping contracts essentially, right?
Except for ADs, yeah, you're basically swapping contracts. You don't have that contract anymore. He goes away after next year. I mean, like Jimmy Butler's like, God, he's like 36, 38. I didn't realize he was that old.
Yeah, he's like my age.
But
yeah.
But he's but he you get his money off the books. You had an extra first round. You had a first round pick this year and then one in 28 when you need
Sign me up. Sign me up today, twice on Sunday. I'll do it
down.
all day. 100%. Yeah. In short, man, April 12th cannot come fast enough. And those of you who are wondering, April 12th is the last scheduled game for the Dallas Mavericks. So that day cannot come fast enough. So let's get into Major League Baseball talk.
What we got?
Okay. So I forget what the guy's name is. He's a talk show guy, right? But he's like, man, I feel like there's a lockout coming.
Oh, that I do. I feel like there is too.
And I was like, man, I agree. And let me just kind of break this out for you, okay? So Kyle Tucker just signed a 4-year, $240 million contract with the best baseball team in Major League Baseball. That would be one Los Angeles Dodgers, right?
Yep.
They are literally the best team in baseball with the best player in baseball with probably the best pitching rotation in baseball, one could say.
Yeah,
I mean,
arguably,
right?
Yeah.
But they definitely added a top 5 outfielder.
Oh, yeah. Top 5. Their lineup is disgusting.
I mean, defensively and at the plate, he's top 5, if not top 3 outfielder in all of professional baseball, right?
Yep.
Do you have any idea what the Los Angeles Dodgers pay this year in luxury salary?
No idea. Did they? I didn't see the full contract with Tucker. Did they do it like they did it with Ohtani, where they're deferring a ton of it?
I'm not sure. I don't know the ins and outs, the details of the contract, but I looked at the salaries of all the teams for 2026.
Yeah.
Surprise. Number 1 is the Los Angeles Dodgers at $413 million, $597,413.
Oh, shit.
That's for 1 year for their entire roster. Just to put this into perspective for you, okay, the Miami Marlins pay $101,786,666
for their entire team.
Right? And we're going to break this down even further. The Texas Rangers pay $214,571,666. So they are literally almost half of the Dodgers' salary. Detroit, which is number 15, pays $200,286,249. Right? So the Dodgers have a Toronto Blue Jays salary more than Miami.
Wow.
The Toronto Blue Jays salary is the difference between Miami and Los Angeles.
It's unreal, bro.
Dude, like
unreal.
The Dodgers are paying Shohei Ohtani and Kyle Tucker $28 million more than the Miami Marlins are paying their entire roster.
I've heard, what I am hearing is that the Major League owners most of the other owners are livid with how this is playing out.
Dude,
it's disgusting. It really is, man. Something's got to change the way they're doing that, man. This is just, it's not a level playing field. And yeah, you can go back and say, well, the Blue Jays, they competed and they almost won last year. Yeah, almost.
That's one season.
Almost being the operative word. That's one season.
Like any team can get hot, a la Texas Rangers 2023. They got hot at the right time. The freaking Arizona Diamondbacks eliminated the Dodgers that year.
Yeah.
Like, we're not saying that it can't happen, right?
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is when you've got a team that is spending more than 10 teams did the entire, like the entirety of last season on 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
10 teams, like on 2 players, man. Like, and I'm not saying that either one of those guys aren't worth it, because they absolutely are. But
well, and they circumvented the salary cap doing that, or
Sure.
not salary cap. There's not a salary cap, but they circumvented the a lot of that money by deferring so much of Otani's money.
Yes, and what you're doing there, see, that's your brain telling you we need a salary cap. There needs to be competitive balance, and that's the reason why there needs to be a stress for these owners like the Dodgers, because right now the Dodgers just throw money at whoever they want to come in, and they'll just pay the freaking luxury tax. They don't give a shit. As long as they're winning, it doesn't matter. They're putting asses in the seats and championship banners in the rafters. Like, it doesn't matter. They're printing money. So what they need to do, they need to have a salary cap. There needs to be a shared revenue pile, just like the NBA and the NFL. But the Major League Players Association has fought against this.
Yeah.
But enough is enough, man. Like,
I'm tired of it. I'm done with it. Just come on, man.
And we're Cowboy fans. If there was no
salary cap,
Jerry Jones would have bought multiple Super Bowls.
We get everybody.
He would have already paid Patrick Mahomes enough money to leave Kansas City.
Everybody.
There would have never, like, the only people who would not have come to Dallas are the people that literally hate Dallas. So anyone that's drafted by Philly, right? So
in turn, part of the reason that there is a salary cap, part of the reason that that besides from the fact that he's been a terrible drafter overall, Jerry Jones, he's also part of the reason we have a salary cap in the NFL. Yeah,
you're right. Absolutely right.
That ought to show you that he cares about this league.
Yeah,
he really does.
He does.
And if I could just have him as an owner, I love owner Jerry. I don't like GM Jerry.
He doesn't, and that's the other thing. I was talking to somebody the other day. The owner Jerry doesn't spend money like everyone thinks he does. He's actually frugal he doesn't pay head coaches like other teams do. Like, he doesn't pay. The only guys that he actually pays are like his stars that he drafts. He pays those guys. But like, you talk about it, like the last guy that I remember them spending big money on was it Brandon Carr in free agency, which was a horrible signing. But like,
absolutely,
you talk about guys that you need to spend money on. Like, we're either going to pay you a fat contract after we draft you, or we're going to pay you the veteran league minimum $3 million to come in here and just be a stopgap until we can draft a replacement.
I got to say something here, just real quick, little aside. Sure. If I could put together like a hierarchy of a team from your owner, your GM, and your coach, you give me Steve Bisciotti in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. The interview that he did when they fired John Harbaugh, that was the first interview he's done in like 6 years. You don't see the man. He puts his checkbook out there. He hires good people, lets them do their job.
Yep.
The GM I want, and as bad as I hate the Eagles, Howie Roseman's a freaking monster.
Mm-hmm.
That man knows how to draft. They find guys all over the place.
Yep.
And guys go in and just blow up. And as far as a coach, you can give me, and I'd be happy with either one of them, Kyle Shanahan or Sean McVay. I'd be perfectly happy with either one of those.
We're attached at the brain, dude. 100%. Yeah. Give me McVay. Give me McVay because he's proven that he can win. But I have no problem with Shanahan either because he's proven that he can get there.
Look at what San Fran did without. I mean, as banged up as they were, man, to get
they're hurt team all the time, and they still make no excuses. They're one game. They got their asses whipped this season, but they're normally one play away from making it to the NFC title.
Right there.
He's played in the Super Bowl once or twice. Or he's coached in the Super Bowl once or twice. You can't say anything against Shanahan. He's just like his dad, man. He wins wherever he goes.
Oh, and no disrespect to Mike Shanahan. I grew up watching him. He's a better coach than his dad was.
Oh yeah. There's no doubt about it. But he's cut from that cloth, man. He's a coach. He's a football coach, 100%. He's more innovative than his dad was, 100%.
Well, same with Shotty.
Yeah, that's true. the more the more I listen to the Dallas Cow. Let's talk about Dallas Cowboys coaching search at this point,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I think the more that I hear about the coaching search, we're hearing what's his name? Is it Kyle Parker? Is that his name? The young kid in Philly?
Christian
Christian
their
Parker.
pass
Sorry.
game, their offensive pass game coordinator.
Right. As a DC, I'm here. They were floating Brian Flores. I just saw that he re-signed an extension with Minnesota.
He
I
wasn't,
knew that.
going anywhere.
I knew that
Unless
wasn't
it was
going
a
to
head
happen.
coach. This was a head coach gig. Flores wasn't going anywhere. Yeah.
I've heard. Is it Anthony Bonda? He's the passing game coordinator for. Was it the Browns or somewhere in there? He's a younger guy.
Yeah, but I don't know that he's a serious contender.
We've heard all these names, right? The guy that I want, I've got my eye on him. The target that I want is Jim Leonard. I want Jim Leonard.
Oh, and I think that's who Dallas. Honestly, John, you and I, we're on the same page, and honestly, I think that's who Dallas wants too. Well, if Denver wins this week, Dallas can't talk to him until after the Super Bowl. They've already done a Zoom meeting with him. They haven't had it in person.
I'm going to tell you this: Denver's not winning this week.
I don't believe they are. No offense to Texas native Jared Stidham, the backup quarterback for the Broncos.
Yeah,
but I don't. I said last week, whoever won that, after I found out Knicks had been hurt, I've said whoever wins that Texas Patriots game is going to Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about the job that Vrabel did. My God, man, year one,
dude,
from worst to first. I mean, like that's unreal. But Jim Leonard, everywhere he's gone, he's won. Right? Yep. He won is it the Broyles Award for the top assistant coach
in college? Yeah,
I think it was his second year there. He won the Broyles Award.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy was an underrated, undersized safety in college football. He went to the NFL. I don't even think he was drafted. He was an undrafted free agent, or was he drafted?
He was drafted late, I think.
But
I
mean, same difference.
He played. Yeah, his skill set. Though he was a smart player, high football IQ. And I keep seeing people trying to tie him to the Giants since John Harbaugh is there. John Harbaugh is there. He played for Harbaugh, but I don't believe that. Also, the only other thing that I could see that might possibly prevent him from Dallas, there's two things actually. If Vance Joseph gets a head coaching job somewhere else,
yeah,
he could move into that DC role there.
Mm-hmm.
Or if that Packers job, that Packers DC job is open. Which I know, but he's got the Wisconsin connection. I mean, he's from there. He played at Wisconsin. He coached there. There's that Wisconsin connection. So I don't know. I hope he doesn't. I hope he ends up in Dallas because that's the guy that I really want. But I swear to God, there's going to be a riot. There's going to be a riot if they hire Jonathan Gannon.
Oh my God. That's a nightmare scenario. You're hiring younger Eberflus at that point.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Just hurl myself off a bridge. Like I don't want to do that.
No.
Don't, Jerry, if you're listening, I know you're not listening. Don't do it. You're not going to listen to me anyways. Don't do it. Like,
please don't do it.
Please, for the love of all things holy, don't do it. Like, that's such a bad idea.
Yeah, very bad.
It's Jim Leonard. That's the guy. That's who you need to hire. Pay him what he wants. Do whatever you got to do to bring him. If I'm Jim Leonard, the only way I'm not going to Dallas is if Vance gets a job somewhere else and I stay with the guys that I've been coaching. That makes sense.
That's a freaking phenomenal defense.
Yeah, I just don't think he's going to get a head coaching job. That's just my opinion. He's already had one. I don't think he's getting another one anytime soon. But Jeff Hafley is. I heard he's trying to bring Malik Willis with him to Miami.
Speaking of that, let's get into some of the coaching stuff, John. Let's get into some of these coaches in new places. I want to get your opinions on some of these fits for these coaches where they're ending up.
Mm-hmm.
The big domino, obviously, is Harbaugh to the Giants.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think, I heard it almost got contentious at one point, and then we
Well,
heard the thing got done, and I think a lot of it was because Harbaugh wanted to be the guy that was calling all the shots.
yeah,
And I think part of that
yeah.
was because of the way things went in Baltimore.
Mm.
And it was one of those, hey, if you want me, this is the way it's got to be, and this is what I want to make. And
The Giants were going to give him what he wanted.
they're going to give him. It was a home run hire for New York.
Oh yeah.
They've got good fundamental pieces there for him to work with. They're going to be a playoff team next year. If they draft right this year, we're going to see
sign some free agents. They're going to be a squad. They got a good coach. They got a good young offensive nucleus. They got some really talented players on their defense. Just real quick, let's hit a few more. Just give me a couple of just real quick answers on some of these. What do you think? Do you like Stefanski to Atlanta?
I think that's a fit.
I think it's a good fit there. What about Halfley in Miami?
Yeah.
He just man.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. And see, that's what's crazy. Troy Aikman has been helping them find their coach, and that's the guy they settled on. Yeah,
that's the key word. Settled.
Saleh to Tennessee. Robert Saleh, former 49ers DC, going to Tennessee.
I mean, I think Saleh's a good defensive coordinator. I think it's hard to win in Tennessee. I think he's going to be looking for a job in 2-3 years.
I don't think they were going to find a better coach to go there, though. I know they liked McCarthy, but we'll get to that one. Mike McDaniel going to the Chargers as their OC.
I think that's a match made in heaven.
I think
he's such a run game genius.
Yeah.
His struggle is a short yardage. But that's where Harbaugh exceeds. So I think they're a perfect pairing offensively.
Good. And I think you'll get Justin Herbert right, have a good season, and be back in the head coaching mix.
100%.
Mike McCarthy, Big Mike. He is the favorite. He is the favorite in Pittsburgh. You and I both, and I don't hate Mike McCarthy, solid football coach, but I don't think he's going to be.
He's Pittsburgh guy. I mean, he's a Pittsburgh guy.
He's a Pittsburgh guy, but I mean, it's going against everything Pittsburgh usually goes for. But
yeah, they're hiring an offensive guy to be their coach, and it's a total shift in philosophy. I mean, they're not going to use a lot of motion, so I mean, it's a meh hire.
What do you think about? What do you think about Brian Daboll possibly going back to Buffalo?
Meh.
I know him and Josh Allen are close. Who would you rather have there? Would you rather have Joe Brady in there? Davis Webb?
I'd promote Joe Brady.
Yeah, that's Joe Brady's. He's been running that offense for a while, and honestly, firing Sean McDermott, I don't think that was. I think
stupid.
Yeah.
That was.
I think the GM. Stupid. I think the GM probably should have been fired because it's not. It's because mainly they were lacking in roster. They're a good team, but they're starting to get older, especially their defense. They haven't put a number one receiver around Josh Allen since Stephon Diggs left.
Nope.
They haven't even. I mean, they need to get a little bit younger on the defensive side of the ball, and they need a number one receiver. I would love to see AJ Brown end up there, John.
That'd be a fit if he could get over himself. But
perfect. I think that would be a perfect fit because I don't think they're going to have a problem throwing him the ball.
No, he'll be the number one. It'll be clear cut.
He's that dude, and I think he's still got a lot left in the tank. I really do.
That was the dumbest firing of the entire. Well, I wouldn't have fired Harbaugh either, but that was the dump. Like someone. They're saying that Arizona jumped for joy because they're wanting to go after McDermott, and I don't know if he goes there.
McDermott, he's going to have either he sets out or he's going to have another job before very long.
No doubt.
Really is. So,
no doubt.
McDermott's damn good football coach. We're tired of making the playoffs every year and going and winning a playoff game or two. Yeah. Just like Baltimore, just like Buffalo. Mike Tomlin. This is one of those where we're not gonna tell you to leave. We'll hope you just leave on your
own. Tomlin, I understood, man. He hadn't won a playoff game in 8 years, man. It was time.
But they're saying he won't. They're saying he's done coaching.
I get it.
I see that, but everybody talked about Cowher. When Bill Cowher retired, he'll take a little time off and come back. No, Bill Cowher never came back, obviously. John people keep bringing his name up. I would love to see John Gruden back in coaching because I think we're better for it.
Yeah. We get back, we'll talk about playoff matchups, and we'll get into some Longhorn stuff.
Let's be honest, wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
If you are trying to quit drinking or doing too many drugs, listen to me. You don't know me and we'll never meet. I had a problem like you once. I drank and used to party a little too much till it got out of control and almost ruined my life. I realized I needed help to fix my problem before it totally destroyed me. If you've tried to fix your drinking and drug problem and you know you can't do it alone, you need to call the National Treatment Advisors. They'll immerse you into a 30-day program to replace your old habits with new habits and totally change your life. And if you have PPO private health insurance, the entire program may be covered. Fix your problem right now before it gets any worse. Get clean. Call now and learn more. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581. 877-247-1581.
What we got, Bubba? Johnny, can you hear me? Johnny, can you hear me?
Okay, there we go. I'm back. All right. Just a reminder before we get back into it, today's show is brought to you by Ensemble Coworking, Fort Worth's hub for private offices, co-working, meeting space, virtual mail. Find your perfect workspace at ensemblecoworking.com. All righty. So let's get into some of these playoff matchups this weekend. So I would really like for the Denver Broncos and Patriots game to be a little closer than I think it's going to be. I think the defense is going to be fine. I just think that Denver's going to have a problem scoring points because, Bo Nix is hurt. I don't have faith in Jarrett Stidham. Also, Sam Ehlinger is the third string. I love Texas. I love Sam Ehlinger. He's a lifelong Longhorn.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to help. He's not gotten a lot of snaps, and that's the AFC title game is not the time to get your snaps.
No,
that spells disaster. I just think it's going to be an ugly game. Personally.
Let me hit a couple of these real quick, John. That Buffalo Denver, man, that was a tough game. It was a physical game, and that was a catch, not an interception, just for the record. That was a catch.
Yeah.
But 100%. So Buffalo got the raw end of the stick on that one. Apparently it cost Sean McDermott his job. But it's bad. San Francisco just got mauled by Seattle. Seattle they are a machine right now, and they beat up San Francisco team. They chewed them up, spit them out. and they look very strong right now.
There were people questioning that hire they made with McDonald there.
No.
And people
They
were going,
They ain't
wow.
questioning anymore.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold, pulling his career off the scrap heap, and back-to-back seasons. This became, I think he's like the first player in history to win 14 games in back-to-back seasons with two different teams.
Yep.
That ought to tell you a lot. The young man is.
Guess who helped revitalize that career? A guy that we talked about earlier.
Who would that be?
Shanahan.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, because Shanahan may have made Mac Jones some money this year.
Oh yeah,
because Mac Jones came in and filled in for Brock Purdy and looked really good. So he may very well be a higher paid backup next year. Some team might take a gamble on him as a starter.
Yep, 100%.
Kyle Shanahan knows offensive football.
Oh yeah, he does.
Beautiful. I love watching his offenses.
He is a wizard for sure.
But just. Anyway, that was the Texans Pats game. If Houston had any kind of decent quarterback play, they win that game. CJ Stroud he's not that guy, John. And I told you this when he was coming out in the draft. There was some things I didn't like about him, and after that first year, I was having to eat some crow.
Yeah,
because he came in and he did well. Pardon me, but since then, I'm starting to see some of the same things I saw that I didn't like about him in college. He puts the ball in harm's way too often. Yeah. He doesn't see things. Like some of those throws, John, were inexcusable, man. He
had 4 interceptions in the first half, man. Like now, the offensive line play was not great either, but
they're I will say this. And I've seen these guys play, and I've watched these guys play, and I watched them manhandle Josh Allen in Buffalo earlier this year, and it was impressive. Danielle Hunter is a good player right now. He's still a good player. Will Anderson is a menace.
Mm-hmm.
That dude is a menace. He was all over Drake May in their backfield, forcing turnovers.
That defense carried them that far this year.
Yeah, 100%. That's the only thing that kept him in that game.
Yeah,
was their defense, but they couldn't overcome CJ Stroud as bad as he played.
Yeah,
they seriously, in my opinion, have to look at some quarterback options. But the Rams at Chicago, the Rams at Chicago. Excuse me, that was a fun game. I enjoyed the crap out of that, and I don't really care for Caleb Williams, and my feelings on the Bears, especially now that I'm marrying into a Packer family. The Bears still suck, but that play that he made. John, you got to admit that was an impressive play. He turns around. He has his back to the line of scrimmage. He turns around and runs, spins with Jared Verse in his face, bearing down on him. He throws it's a 40 to 50-yard pass on a dime to the back corner of the end zone for the tying touchdown.
It's almost like that guy has won a Heisman before. It's crazy.
The only thing holding that guy back is decision making, because he has all the physical talent in the world.
Yep.
Because there's maybe 2 or 3 guys in the entire league that can make that throw.
Yeah.
And so that was impressive there. But I was glad to see the Rams and our Dallas boy Matt Stafford get a win and go up here and play for Seattle and see. This is going to be a fun game. You got the trilogy game here. The Seahawks won in LA. The Rams won in Seattle on a crazy, crazy play to end that game. The games have both been close. These were the 2 best teams in the NFC this year, and they're playing here, and it's going to be fun. Man, I don't money wise, bet wise, I wouldn't touch this game with a 10-foot pole because it is so tight.
Yeah,
I think Seattle's probably playing a little better right now, but these teams are so evenly matched.
They are.
Because you got a defensive guy in McDonald, and you got an offensive guy in McVay. It's just going to be who makes some plays. Overall, I think Seattle's defense is probably playing better, and if they can slow Stafford and Adams down, Stafford and Puka and Adams and all those guys down, then I think they got a shot, and I would probably take Seattle here. Yeah. That's not how I want it to go, but that's probably what I would take.
I agree.
And we talked a little bit about that Denver and New England game. Denver's defense it's going to be like Houston. Their defense is going to keep them in the game.
Yeah.
And you can't put this on. If Jared Stidham plays bad, he's the backup quarterback against a top four defense, top five defense in this league, on a big stage. You can't. I think New England's going to have too much. Their defense is very salty. Drake May, I got some faith in that guy. He's actually turned into a really good quarterback. If Denver, the only chance they have, Denver's got to get in that backfield and create some turnovers, much like Houston was doing.
If Stidham can just distribute the ball without costing them costly turnovers, they've got a chance with the defense that they have. I'm not saying that he's going to go out there and Nick Foles it from the Eagles in 2018? Was that the year that he did that? I'm not saying he can do that, but he can keep them in the game as long as he doesn't commit those costly turnovers. Stupid interception, fumble, that kind of stuff. Because Sean Payton's going to scheme some stuff open. Because that's what he's a genius offensively.
Oh yeah.
But losing your quarterback right before the NFC Championship game, or I'm sorry, AFC. I'm so used to him being in the NFC. So the NFC Championship,
I get it.
The AFC Championship is less than ideal, even for a coaching god like Sean Payton.
True.
But I agree. They're going to have to. It's going to be a seriously valiant effort that they're going to need.
Agreed. Let's what do you say we talk some college ball here, John?
Man, let's jump into that national championship game.
Yes, sir.
I think you and I talked last week. We both agreed to start, it was closer than we thought it was going to be. I thought Indy was going to run away with it. I think I said I thought they'd win by 3 scores. It looked like that was going to come true in the first half because Miami literally could not. I think the first 4 possessions they went 3 and out. It was either the first 3 or 4. At one point, the Indy was up 10-0. Miami's defensive line was fierce. They got after the quarterback. Fernando Mendoza is a absolute stud. I know he's a nerd, but that kid can play some football.
He is a tad bit goofy, but he's a good football player.
He is a great football player. I can't take that from him. He is everything you want in a quarterback. He's a leader. He's smart. He makes the right decision. He doesn't turn the ball over. He gets rid of the ball. He's tough. He's not.
He got his John Elway moment. With that touchdown run there late in the game.
Yeah,
by the way, ballsy call. Sorry, ballsy call by Kurt Cignetti, 4th and 5 down there. I think he knew his team was in trouble because at that point Miami had been moving the ball on him, and I think he knew that they needed something else, and it was worth the risk.
This is Kurt Cignetti's expression through the entire game. Touchdown, same thing. He did not smile until the game was over.
Just thinking about getting that beer, buddy. That's all he was. He
is Bill Belichick light, man. That's what he is.
Well, he coached under Saban for a bit too.
He did, and he left there and went to James Madison, and because he couldn't promote any higher than wide receiver coach, and he's like, damn it, I'm a better coach than that, and he proved it. Damn it, he went to Indiana, which was, I think they had 715 losses as a program when he went there. One of the most losing programs in college football history, and in 2 years won a national title.
Just think about this real quick, John, and I just thought about this. All the different coaches that Nick Saban has rejuvenated their career or really, gave their career a start. You got five top-notch coaches in college football right now. You got, with Kurt Cignetti, you got Sark, Kirby Smart, and whether you like Dabo or not, Dabo's a good football coach, and you got Lane Kiffin down there at LSU.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Lane coached for him too.
Yep.
And dude, that ought to tell you something. That man, as much as I don't like him, the man, good football coach.
He's a damn good football coach.
These guys, Kurt Cignetti, man, it was a shock with Indiana. One of the worst teams in the history of college football. And they had this year, what they won? How many bowl games they win this year, John? 3 bowl games.
Yep.
They had 3 bowl wins in their entire 138-year history before this year. Kurt Signetti has done the impossible. If you were in a coma in 1987 and you said that Indiana won a national championship, you'd be like, oh, the basketball team won a national championship.
Nope.
You say Indiana won a national championship. Nope. It was the football team. And somebody would be like, what?
You're high.
Yeah.
I just want to point this out that Indiana won a national championship before Texas A&M did. So in football. So I'm just throwing that out there. Welcome. Yeah, it was a great game. And I think the last thing that I said about Miami and I didn't trust Carson Beck, and I was right. He threw an interception, and it was a poorly underthrown ball. I remember specifically Kirk Herbstreit saying, "Man, I don't know. I guess he thought he had a one-on-one out here," and I'm like, "How in the hell would he think that he has one-on-one out there? There's a guy covering him, and there's a safety inside up high." I was like, I don't know where he would have thought that. Maybe he's trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, there is no way a kid that has been in college for 7 years playing quarterback would think that he's got a one-on-one out there. No way.
7 years.
I mean,
yeah.
It's insane. It's insane.
No,
so, anyways, congrats to Indiana. Proud of them. They're going to be good again next year because he's going to reload and retool. I don't know if you saw all the commits they got. They're getting high school commits, 4 stars and stuff like that now.
Oh yeah, yeah. They obviously he knows how to recruit the portal.
Sure.
A lot of these guys that he won the title with were his James Madison guys.
Here's the thing. I'm calling it now. Indiana's going to be good next year. They're not going to be as good as they were this year. A lot of those guys he's been with for 4 years.
They're leaving.
It's going to be hard to replace a Heisman caliber quarterback. They got Josh Hoover out of TCU. They're going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
That they're replacing a lot of depth and a lot of experience with guys. So it's going to be tough. You don't expect them to repeat as national champions this coming season. I'll just say that.
Well, this is what we need. This is what college football needs.
Yes, Texas winning a national championship. I agree.
Dude, if Arch doesn't blow up, he played well in the second half of the year this year. If he doesn't blow up this year with the guys they added for him in the portal, then the only thing I see this team missing right now, John, is some O linemen.
Well, let's talk about that. So I'm going to run through some of these guys on offense, and then we'll go into defense, right? So the outlook on offense, right? At quarterback, you got Arch, you got KJ Lacey, and you got Diabell. KJ Lacey's a redshirt freshman. Diabell's a true freshman. Son to Rajah Bell. I'll throw that in there.
Mm-hmm.
At halfback, you got Raleek Brown, Hollywood Smothers, James Simon, and true freshman Derek Cooper.
I'll take that.
At X receiver, you got Cam Coleman. I'll take that all day.
Yes,
which
sir.
slides your Z receiver. Your X receiver was Ryan Wingo. Now your Z receiver is Ryan Wingo, which makes your slot receiver Emmett Mosley. That is
with that too.
Absolutely ridiculous.
It's filthy.
Right?
It's filthy. We still got other guys out there on the bench too.
So I'm going to throw out some names here, right? You got Khalik Lockett. I think he'll be a redshirt freshman. You got Michael Terry III. He'll be a redshirt freshman. You got Ryan Niblett.
He could be a weapon.
Yep. You've got Cohen Brown. You've got Chris Stewart. They're both freshmen coming in, and then you've got Jermaine Bishop, 5-star.
There's another
super stud.
He's legit, dude. He's legit.
I christen him kind of. I'm not saying he's Malachi Toney. He could be our Malachi Toney.
I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him in the return game for sure.
Yes, he'll be back there with Ryan Niblett, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So at offensive line, here's how I see it playing out. You got your left tackle Trevor Gooseby. Your backup is Jaden Chapman, and then John Turrentine, a true freshman. Then you got your left guard. It's going to be a battle between Jordan Coleman and Dylan Sikorsky, the kid they got out of Oregon State, which I'm not happy about. I think he's a depth kid.
Me too.
But Dylan Sikorsky, they said he had I can't remember if it was 400 or 600 snaps at Oregon State. Didn't give up a sack, but it's Oregon State. They don't play anybody. That's a far cry from SEC football. At center, you got Connor Robertson. He's a returning kid that started and did pretty well at center this year. He's coming back to play center. And then you got Christian Jackson. I'm pretty sure he's a redshirt freshman. I've got them sliding Brandon Baker into right guard.
Okay.
And then you've got twin to Jordan Coleman, Devin Coleman as the backup right guard. And then your right tackle is going to be Wake Forest transfer Melvin Ciani.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got Andre Kojo as the backup right tackle / swing tackle. And then you've got transfer redshirt freshman Jonte Newman, transfer from Texas A&M. He's going to be a backup tackle.
Yeah.
And then your tight ends are Nick Townsend, Mike Masukas, and then you've got Emery Winston, and there's a couple other guys in there as well.
I'm not loving that group, but you know.
The tight end group?
Yeah, I'm not loving that group.
I think Nick Townsend is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I think they put a little too much weight on him this season because they wanted him to be more in line. I think he's going to.
Well, that's what Masuka says. If I'm not.
That's exactly my point. So Masukas is going to be your he's going to be your in line, and Nick Townsend is going to be your vertical pass catching tight end.
Okay.
On defense, so those of you who don't know Coach Blood's defensive type, he likes to run a 3-man front. It's going to be a multiple defense, but he likes to run that 3-man front, right? Which means 3 down linemen, right?
Big ones.
Big ones. So your 3 down linemen is going to be transferred. Your nose or 0 is going to be Ian Jaffard, which is the big 6'8" kid.
390 pounds. I'm down.
He is a Wookiee, is what
Sign
he is.
Sign me up for the big boys.
And then at your ends, you got Lance Jackson, who is a stud, and then he who shall not be named, Colin Simmons, who we don't need to talk on that, right? So your backups at end, you got Zena Umeozulu, you got Colton Vasek.
I'm so glad he came back, by the way.
Me too. And then you've got Smith Orogbo, right?
Yep.
In there, I would expect you see Justice Terry rotate in at some end because he's athletic as hell. And then
he'll slide inside on some of these fronts too. I think he would be a really good 3-4 end.
Yep.
And you rotate him in when you go to 4-man fronts, throw in tackle.
So, and this is, I've got 2 defensive tackle slots here. There's going to be more than 11 spots here just because different formations is where they line up. So at the other defensive tackle spot, which is more of a 3-tech, I've got Hero Canoe, Alex January, Justice Terry, Zion Williams, and I don't know how they're going to rotate those guys in, but Josiah Sharma's in there. Myron Charles is in there. A lot of young quality defensive linemen.
I'm excited about the Williams guy they got from LSU in the portal. I'm excited about Zion Williams. He's another big guy.
He's a guy that was a 4-star, low or high 4-star, borderline 5-star kid that went to LSU because he wanted to be with Bo Davis, and he went to LSU there, and of course Bo left, and he jumped in the portal. So at linebacker, you got Ty Anthony Smith. I think they're going to put Brad Smith at your Mike linebacker, and your strong side linebacker is going to be Rasheem Biles.
You say Brad Smith? You mean Brad Spence? Who are you talking about?
I'm sorry, Ty Anthony Smith and then Brad Spence.
Spence. You think Brad Smith's going to play to Mike?
I think so because he's built like a Mike line. He's 6'2", 240. He's that big, lurking, brolic tight end or linebacker. And you got Rasheem Biles that just roves all over the field and makes plays. That's just my thought process.
Big pickup in the transfer portal.
Oh my God, he's a stud. He was the top transfer linebacker in the portal. Then backups at linebacker, you got Justin Cryer and Marcus Boswell. You've got a redshirt freshman. He kind of played some corner as well, but I think he's a little too thick for that. The kid out of Crowley, forget his name. Jonathan Cunningham, that's it.
You're leaving out one of my favorite new guys
at linebacker.
Yes, Kenny Atkinson or Tyler. Is it Tyler Atkinson?
Oh, yeah, he's not on here. Tyler Atkinson. Oh my God, how can I forget about him?
He's gonna play some this year.
He's definitely going to get some burn. Yeah. How did I
Yeah.
miss that? How did I miss the biggest signing we had on defense? Well,
Buddy, that's
my bad.
That's what you got me. That's what you got me for.
That's what you're here for, to pick up where I leave off.
Vice versa.
Yeah. And then at slot, you got Grayson Littleton, who he's an All-American as a true freshman. He's just otherworldly. At strong safety, I've got Jelani McDonald and Derek Williams. I think Derek Williams coming back and having a leader in that safety room was big for Coach Blood. Derek Williams really did not like Dwayne Aquina. That's why he was going to jump in the portal.
Is Jonah Williams going to play a little bit more this year?
I believe so. If he stays healthy.
Yeah, you're popular.
Sorry, that's my work phone. And then at free safety, you got Xavier Filsaime and JJR, Jordan Johnson-Rubel. And then your other corners, you got Cade Phillips, Wardell Mack, and you got Kobe Black. And, of course,
I like Cade Phillips. I like him a lot.
And then you got Bo, the kid that we picked up from Rutgers. Bo Masco. He is a in-your-face physical corner. He's going to get a lot of burn. There's going to be a lot of rotating.
Coach Blood's going to love him.
He's going to love him. You're going to – no more of that 8-yard loose coverage all the time. We're going to be in-your-face physical. Think of a Georgia-type defense.
All day, day.
We're going to hit you in the mouth. We're going to get after the quarterback. We are going to blitz.
Yes, sir.
It's going to hurt when you play Texas.
Oh, yeah.
You may beat us, but you're going to have to earn it. So no more of that lax soft zone coverage. That shit ain't going to cut it. And that's part of the reason why PK isn't here anymore. You saw way too much of that late in the season. The guys the high caliber athletes that we're getting at Texas don't like that. It puts them on an island. It forces them to do something they're not comfortable. They want to line up and play man defense. You know, the top cornerback in the country, John Meredith, was at Trinity. He's transferring to North Crowley. Texas was not in his top 5 because of that. And now Coach Blood is at Texas, and guess who's talking to Texas? John Meredith.
Must be him.
So, and another thing you didn't see, PK on the road recruiting. That's what you see Coach Blood doing right now. He's visiting kids and he's in the trenches. Recruiting is going to turn up a notch, if you can believe it. So
I hope so.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we will see where this all goes.
On a side note, are you ready for the storm of the century, the winter storm of the century?
I've got gas. So I will be okay heat-wise. If we lose power, my kids are not going to know what to do with themselves.
Same, yeah. Well, me, I'm a big kid though. So
I'm gonna have to plug my phone in to the car and charge it, and then just, I guess, watch TikTok or Twitter or Facebook or whatever. But it's going to be hard it's going to be hard to watch football if we don't have power. I'm going to be upset.
They're saying a foot of snow. We could get a foot of snow here, John. That's insane.
We can get a foot of snow as long as we get to keep power. I'm okay with it.
Do we live in Buffalo now? Since Buffalo's not in the playoffs anymore, let's just
say I love Josh Allen, right? But for what they did to that coach, they deserve purgatory, man. They don't deserve a championship.
Yeah,
they don't deserve it.
The GM, like I said there, John, the GM should have been the one getting fired.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Well, that's going to do it this week. We'll be back next week. Love you guys. Stay warm this weekend, and hook 'em.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.